Hi everyone, hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to XRP once again. Thank you for support. Okay, big of the CoinsKid crew. So if I was to make a theory right now, I would say that this month we see the bottom, if not the bottom in process here for the crypto markets, especially XRP. And in the month of April and May, I think we see upside in this particular market. And there's one clue that I'm looking at to that particular forecast, basically. And the thing that I'm tracking has not been wrong yet. Okay, so I'm looking for deviation from that. Equally, I'm looking for deviation on XRP. For those people that have been paying attention to my analysis for all these years, XRP is actually going to plan right now. It's doing incredibly well for us. Okay, we've been buying all the dips, ready for the rips, and I do think there's a potential rip that's rearing its ugly head relatively soon, and I'm looking at an indicator I've created for yourselves as a clue to that particular rip. Let's take a look at that right now. Okay, so the CoinsKid crystal ball is an indicator I create for the CoinsKid crew. To get it, all you gotta do is go to coinskid.com, all the links in the video description, and you can gain access. Okay, it's an invite only script for the CoinsKid elite crew members right there. So basically it's based on the M2 money supply, really simple, and it's liquidity leaving and entering the crypto markets, and risk on and risk off. Basically it's just an indication of that, the golden line. Look at that. So far with a 70-day lag, it is pretty accurate, isn't it? If we take a look at this bottom here for Bitcoin in August last year, it had that weak bottom, then it came up and it retraced, but the liquidity made a lower low, but Bitcoin made the higher low. It broke out of this beautiful diamond bottom pattern and it broke to the upside. Now way back then I did not have this indicator, unfortunately, and obviously if I'd have had this I would have been saying, okay, we've got the confluence of this diamond bottom pattern right now, which I spotted in the charts as a beautiful bottom pattern for the CoinsKid crew, and then we've got confluence of the big move here because we've got the liquidity breaking out to the upside. So what I'm looking at right now in the current time frame for Bitcoin is basically a simple bump and run pattern. The bottom's down here somewhere, and then pushing up the stairs, and the confluence is the liquidity, the golden line, the CoinsKid crystal ball. So I do think the bottom's in around here somewhere. If not, come back, retest it, wick below that, people get shaken out, oh no, it's going to zero, and then boom, breaks to the upside. So I anticipate there's a big major move coming in this crypto market, simply because I'm just respecting the data and the golden line of the CoinsKid crystal ball, which is an indicator I create for the CoinsKid crew. So to get this indicator, all you got to do is go to coinskid.com, or the link in the video description, follow the process. It's really simple. Okay, it's based on M2 money supply leaving and entering the markets. Really simple. Let's dive into the XRP chart right now to do some comparisons with offset days, because currently this is a 70-day offset. Let's take a look at some different offset days of 46 days and 70 days for the CoinsKid crystal ball right now. So looking at XRP on the daily time frame, it's been my primary for a very long time. This is the bottom just there, and I actually got really lucky with that bottom call on XRP, and I hold my hands up, I did. I always tell you how it is, but basically in June of 2022 I was actually calling for the bottom XRP just there, and all the videos on the thumbnails I said this is the bottom, I'm all in here, because we've got the waterfall 3, the 4, the 5, okay, and I always look for the 5-wave counter. So I did jump in on XRP there, and I hold my hands up, I did say that's the bottom, we're in, that's it, it's up only, and we should be looking at 5 waves to the upside here for XRP. But one thing I did get wrong, obviously, and like I've always taught you, is I always respect the structure. Whenever I see 3 waves, 5 waves, whatever, I just look for the structure and it gives me bigger clues. So what we got here from this bottom is a 3-wave move up to the upside into this God candle back test where we support, lost it, never back tested it, we got the resistance. Okay, so I bought down there, and at this point this started to break down. Okay, and I realized, oh my god, this is a 3-wave move. Okay, and as soon as we lost this pivot high here, I was looking at a 5-wave move to the downside to actually complete the correction. So this is my analysis. I've had it for a very long time. For anyone that's been with the channel, I did get this bottom call wrong, but obviously what happened, it held it, and obviously it was just a fantastic entry point anyway. But I got lucky with that bottom call. I hold my hands up, I did, because the actual bottom is here. Okay, and I relayed that to you because what we saw is a 1, 2, waterfall 3, a 4 and a 5, and like I've always taught you, the 5-wave counter, just like this 3, 4, 5, that was a beautiful entry point. Whenever you see 5 waves to the downside, you buy. Basically whenever you see 5 waves to the upside, you sell. Really simple. So respecting the structure in the charts, we've got this God candle back test just there that we traced to, I think it was September, October 2022 right there, and then we came down in this final 5th wave, which is a truncation of the end of the correction. Now the confluence of that particular time frame, and that actually being the bottom and not that, is equally in this golden line, which is basically liquidity, which is your crystal ball. So if you take a look, it was double bottom down here at the same time frame. So this bottom call in June was not your bottom. So this was a 3-wave move up, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down. This was your ending wave of a correction that began in April 2021 right there. So it was the end of an ABC zigzag, in my opinion. So there's a couple of scenarios that I'm looking at for XRP. Okay, one's really bearish and one is extremely bullish, and there's no bias on this channel. What I'm looking for is more structure in the current time frame to obviously give you a bigger outlook going forward. So I'll explain exactly what it is right now. From this bottom, it's really important that we see something going forward, and I'll explain what that is, okay? So the thing we had to see from this low was really simple, is a 5-wave move up to the upside, which we got, okay, and we nailed that. For anyone paying attention, you know, I was looking at this target with you from this low in January. I was looking at 82 cents on a 1.618, and I did say to you, I think we'll do it in 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, beautiful. It's at this point, for anyone paying attention, I did flip bearish, because whenever you see 5 waves to the upside on the micro or the macro, you know, you're short on that time frame. Really as simple, okay? Or you're jumping ship or taking profit. Equally, whenever you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down, you're in. Just there, we've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves there as well. We're in, you know. So this pullback opportunity, this pullback opportunity, and these are the opportunities that I've been relaying to you. Now, one thing I got wrong, and I'll hold my hands up, I did, you know, and I've got many things wrong. You know, XLP, like I said to you, I've not got a time machine, crystal ball. It is really difficult, you know. I lay down these theories, but you know, I did think at this time frame, I did go bearish because the 5 waves up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I said to you, I'm buying back in this demand zone here, which is basically you beautiful boom, 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 ascending triangle, breakout. You come back into this zone here and back test it. And I remember when I was relaying that here, and everyone was like, "No way, you're an idiot. XLP's going to $1, you know, XLP's going to the moon," and things like that. But I said to you, you broke out this range here. I expect it to come back to it, and it did exactly that. And then it came up, made the lower high, and then it went sideways, and boom, we got the final zigzag and the final 5th wave down. Okay, so one thing I did get wrong, and I hold my hands up, I did think the correction was over there, and we were looking at explosive third move really, really quickly here for XRP. But I didn't quite envision the duration of this big wave. I'll be honest with you, I didn't. But only as the price matured and started to do something like this is where, okay, you've got to entertain the fact that you're still caught in a correction. But it was, in my opinion, a correction. After a 5-wave move up, I said to you, I think we'll go for a correction. Obviously, I've not got a crystal ball. It was some kind of flag. It got right to the bottom. We nailed the bottom of the correction as well, because we got the 3-wave move up last year, and roughly around about the same time in March. And at this point, I made an emergency video for yourselves saying, I think we're going to come down to this zone here, around about the 038, which is basically this God candle back test from March, where we broke out just there, okay? And it came down there. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful little sweet spot that we nailed last summer. And then, boom, we've been coming up ever since. So, you know, what I'm looking for right now is more bearish structure here from XRP to say, okay, this is, you know, basically a big 3-wave move up to the upside, and right now we're, you know, dumping into oblivion right there. So I need to see a little bit more structure from XRP right now. I need to see it breaking down. One of the key things I'm looking at primarily is many other indicators we yourselves, and more bearish structure across the charts in many things, but equally as the crystal ball. If the crystal ball does begin to break down and liquidity leaves the market like it did there, then yeah, we're looking at a deeper retracement there and a potential 3-wave move up to the upside. But I'm going to give XRP the benefit of the doubt, because it is playing out exactly as anticipated so far. Now, for anyone paying attention, my primary has always been a 1, which is basically a first impulsive move to 1.618, which we nailed. Then you have your correction that came back. Look at that, some kind of flag, beautiful, back into this liquidity zone. It was a 786 fib retracement in the WXY zigzag correction. We nailed the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right at the end of the correction, beautiful. And then boom, we broke out an explosive third wave. But what we've not seen in this third wave, and this is where I think people are getting this wrong, is 5 waves. Now, I don't actually think that that is a 5th wave, just like this 3-wave move to the upside and this 3-wave move to the upside. I think this is part of the correction. It's a 3-wave move, and it's represented in the CoinsKid crystal ball that the liquidity left the market at that point. So XRP, this is a fake out. This is a B-wave bull trap. So right now, I actually think that XRP is in the C wave, and if you take a look at the CoinsKid crystal ball, right now it's breaking out to the upside. So in theory, this C wave should be over relatively soon, because this breaks out roughly March, you know, sort of mid to end March, this starts to break out. So there may be a clue that the correction is either in, or we're in the process of completing this correction, okay, for XRP. So if that's the case, then, you know, what we've got here is really simple. From this low, we've had a 1 into a 2 into a 3, and we've not actually seen the 5th wave, which is where we flip incredibly bearish on XRP. Once we see this correction play out and we see another impulsive move to the upside, this is where, from this low here, you know, we flip incredibly bearish on XRP. Just like this low here created the 5-wave move to the upside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We flipped incredibly bearish there. We will flip incredibly bearish there, because you get this big horrible drawdown, and I expect some kind of big nasty zigzag correction just there, or flat or expanded flat or whatever. You know, just expect a correction after 5 waves to the upside. So within this third wave, you take a look. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically, this is a subset. So this is a 1 into a 2. This is a 3. This is a 4. This is a 5. This subset of waves here consists of 5 waves. At this point, I was relaying to you, I'm expecting a correction, but I hold my hands up. I did anticipate way that ABC was done, and this was an impulsive move to the upside. But in hindsight, obviously, because of the crystal ball indicator and many other confluencing factors like VeChain, Cardano, so on and so forth, I actually think a zigzag correction, or a correction in crypto markets, has began in December last year, and we're still in this correction, which should, in theory, if we're just respecting the CoinsKid crystal ball right now, it should be completed sometime this month, if not already, and we're just retesting the bottoms, and we should be about to break out. If we see that, we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm out, okay, I'm out, and I'll relay that to you, and I'll look to buy back and swing and things like that, and I'll look for a short, and I'll relay that opportunity to you in time, okay? So I'm looking for the invalidation of that, and obviously if the CoinsKid crystal ball starts to roll at that point, that could equally be an indication up here somewhere, you know, you've got your correction kicking in right there for XRP. So that is my current outlook. I don't necessarily think we're seeing the fifth wave here. I don't think that that is the fifth wave in XRP. I think it's part of the correction, and I've shown you a confluence in my analysis as to why, and one of the key things I'm looking at is the liquidity that left the market there. This is a B-wave bull trap. This is part of the correction that began here for XRP. So I actually think we've had a 1, this was your 2, this is your 3, this is your 4 that you're going through, and we've got a turnaround, and you've got complete 5 waves from this low in July of last year, just like the complete 5 waves from this low in January into the July. We're looking at 5 waves to the upside. At that point, I flip bear on the 1.618. I'm looking to flip bear on the 2.618. For those people paying attention, it's around about $4 if we get there. If we get there in 5 waves, I'll look for an exit strategy, and I'll look to buy back lower, and I'll give you all them targets going forward. But we'll keep an eye on the crystal ball. I hope you understand the update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Take care, everyone. Back soon with another update on XRP. Bye bye.